Hi guys, Legendary Basil Games here. So, I'm back with another video. So, this video is about me thinking that Naruto is actually an autistic ninja slash kid slash teenager, because when he, in the later parts of the series, he obviously grows up. So, but here's my point about him actually being an autistic, because I know personally, because I'm diagnosed with autism, and some of the signs that he shows of his like mentality, like for instance wanting to be so-called friends with Sasuke, and in my mind that's him also trying to cope with the fact that Sasuke is doing horrible things, and he's basically an asshole to Naruto and the whole entire ninja world, because of his involvement with Orochimaru, and Orochimaru gives him the curse mark. Uh, and Itachi like tries to kill Sasuke at multiple points in his life, and I think that really damaged Sasuke's like mind a lot, and that's the reason why he's so evil. But anyway, back to Naruto. Like Naruto Uzumaki, I think the reason why he is so adamant about getting Sasuke back and stopping him is because uh he's the only one that can really truly talk to Sasuke, I guess, in a way. Um and the reason why is because I believe that he's autistic, and he's also most likely undiagnosed. He is uh I believe that he's in denial of Sasuke really actually being able to kill him and kill the rest of the ninja world. And he's also he doesn't like seeing his friend that he can understand like try to run away from the village, try to destroy everyone. And the way that he interacts with Sasuke kind of suggests that he may be autistic, and the fact that not only did he not have anyone in school properly teach him how to do things like in school, like math and language and stuff, and other school things. Like he had a Ruka, but he didn't have any parents, so that would have substantially made his grades drop, because when you have autism, sometimes you can't pay attention, and you can say, oh, that's just ADHD. But ADHD is actually on the spectrum of autism, and ADHD makes you extremely hyper. So that's another thing. And autism also can tick you off. Like it can make you angry a lot, for one thing. It can make you throw a lot of temper tantrums and stuff. It can make you not be able to learn as well sometimes. Especially some of the people that are like some of the higher functioning people. I'm not going to mention functioning labels because I think it's irrelevant. But what I'm trying to get at is that autism it kind of ruins the way you interact with some individuals. Like with some people, it can isolate you too, because it makes social interactions really, really weird and awkward at times. And I know, because I'm an autistic and I don't really communicate or anything like that unless I'm just like talking to my family, doctors, the very few friends that I have. Uh, and he probably also, what's another thing that autism does? It would also impact the way you play with other children. It would impact the way you, like, also not only interact with society, but interact with other people. I think I already said that. But definitely. And he probably has depression, and that's pretty obvious because you see Naruto like sitting on that swing set that he sits on. And the whole village hates him because of Danzo. Danzo is a dickhead. And the fact that people don't really want to play with him because he's got the nine-tailed fox inside of him, and some of the ways that people treat him because of the nine-tailed fox being inside of him, some of it is warranted, like staying away from him, but I still don't think it is fully warranted to like treat him like crap all the time, like have people around him more often. But at the same time, if you do that, and if you accidentally trigger the nine tails, it's probably going to go off, and you're going to get your village destroyed at the same time. But because of the way Danzo put it out there that Naruto is not Naruto is a nine-tailed fox, which that's not true at all. And Danzo's a jerk. But at the same time, also depression makes you do a lot of things. It makes you feel lazy. Makes you also makes you unorganized sometimes. It makes you not want to interact with anyone. And it can be isolating too. That's another thing with autistic people is that sometimes they have like what's called a dual diagnosis, I guess. I asked one of the people that I used to interact with years ago about this, but if you have that, it can be really isolating because you don't really know how to socially interact with people, and sometimes you just don't really like to interact just because of the autism and the awkward interactions that you would have with people. And also, you have this thing called special interests, like some people with autism, like, they can go on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, like, for something that they're interested in. And if they're interested in something enough, they can talk about it. They can talk your ears off all day, pretty much, if they have the time, about things that they like. Whereas other people would like call it quits after like 45 minutes or 30 minutes, but they also like sometimes have multiple interests, like anyone does really. But that's another thing that they have too. And they also have these things with autism, is that sometimes it makes you not like certain articles of clothing or like bed sheets, pillows, stuff like that, certain chairs, certain stuff like that, certain TV programs too, because if you put on the wrong clothes and you're an autistic and it's not your style, you're going to want to like take off your clothes immediately. Like, you're not even going to want to be in your clothes sometimes because of the sensory things that it gives you. sometimes because you get a real strong sense of like a sensory overload a lot of times when you're autistic. And sometimes the sensory overload, they can be really painful. I know I've had quite a few of them. And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, and it can give you migraines and stuff like that. I know that some people, and this is true for me too, like I don't like certain scents because it's yet again it's another thing that can cause a sensory overload too. Uh, and they don't like certain foods, and I know that that's the thing with a lot of autistics, and that's the thing with me too, is that I don't like certain foods. Uh, because it not only does it cause me to have sensory overload and weird sensory things, but at the same time it also upsets my stomach too. So because I have ulcerative colitis and a bunch of other health issues, like a boatload of other things, but and most likely he has PTSD from being treated so badly by the village and the whole entire world essentially going to war as he's just a child. And he's like literally fighting in the war when he's only like 16 years old. And that part of that is due to Danzo and Orochimaru and Kabuto. In fact, Kabuto and another ninja, not gonna give me spoilers, whatever, but like he's the one that starts the war essentially, and the Akatsuki are always after Naruto and always trying to kill him and stuff, and that's another thing that would be really traumatic too, is constantly being trying like the Akatsuki always being after Naruto and trying to snatch him up and like drain the chakra all out of him. That would be scary actually. You think about that, like somebody would almost always be after you because you have some kind of gift or something that they want. That'd be horrible. I just thought about that just now. Like that's basically like if like a cult came after you for no apparent reason, and then they just kept coming back and over and over and over and over. That's weird though. But and all of the times that he's transformed into the Nine Tails, or not transformed into the Nine Tails, but like when the Nine Tails uh comes out of him, that would be really traumatic too. That would definitely give me some PTSD if I had a Nine Tails coming out of me. And that also could trigger Naruto to have like PTSD because of all the shinobi that always constantly want to fight him, and Sasuke running away from the village and stuff, and having to tangle with Orochimaru and all that stuff. And actually there's this one fight where he actually goes with Jiraiya and the legendary Sannin. They get in a huge massive fight, and Naruto almost dies because they're after Orochimaru. They want to stop him, and they want to destroy him and bring Tsunade back to the village, which that's a whole thing all on its own. But like, and then basically Naruto almost dies in that fight. And when Sasuke leaves from the village, Naruto gets thrown on the ground and almost killed because of Sasuke's antics. And in the pain arc, Pain starts fighting Naruto, and he almost like defeats Naruto and knocks down Hinata right in front of Naruto, and of course that triggers Naruto, and he goes insane pretty much, and almost decimates everything in the village, because Pain came through town and he's like, I'm gonna have your village and I'm gonna have Naruto. Like, he's basically like the Akatsuki leader. And then after that, Sasuke leaves the village, and then he almost tries to kill Naruto again, which they pretty much fight to the death, but and it ends in a draw. So like after that, yeah, just a lot of bad stuff happens to Naruto as a whole. And that's another thing is that that would definitely trigger a lot of people with PTSD. In fact, Sasuke and Pain and all the other bull crap that Naruto has to go through, that would definitely trigger me. And it definitely probably triggered Naruto some trauma over losing his best friend. Well, I wouldn't call him his best friend, but Naruto himself does. And that's going to be about it, guys. Like, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell, comment on the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!